Hi guys, so today I'm going to be filming for you a quick shoulder and upper back flow, just to warm up the shoulders thoroughly and really start working into the upper thoracic spine, which is an area which a lot of people struggle to really access. So all you need is your mat, so come and join me. It's going to be a fairly quick but thorough flow. Hope you enjoy it. So we're going to begin today in child's pose. So just make your way into a nice child's pose with your arms outstretched in front of you. Releasing the head down towards the mat. And just begin to breathe here in this position. Begin straight away to pull the belly button up into spine. Making small movements from side to side. Just rocking gently here. Bringing some gentle movements into the body, allowing the breath to flow. And on your next inhale, I want you to slowly start to push your hands down into the mat. Really glue them down, don't allow them to move. And then gradually start to pull them towards you. So I want you to imagine your hands are literally glued down, you cannot move them at all. And you're trying to pull your hands towards your head. But they're not moving. You're just really engaging all the way down the triceps and into the back. Holding here. And then slowly really increasing this pulling action. I want you to start to round through the lumbar spine. Really round and tuck the tailbone as you lift up. Moving this rounding action all the way up through the spine. As we gradually begin to push down into the mat, moving through and into our hands and knees. Once our shoulders are stacked over our wrists, I want you to start to slowly tilt through the tailbone and arch back, rippling down through your spinal body. And we're going to do that again. Pull through the hands, rounding up, all the way through a lovely cat position here in the back. Really protracting through the shoulder blades, allowing them to come down and around the back. And then tilting down, slowly starting to ripple down, drawing the shoulder blades together as you lower your chest down towards the floor. We're going to do that once more. Rounding all the way up. And then from here, I want you to gradually start to lower your hips down towards the floor. And then tilt all the way back up again. And we're going to do that again, rounding up. And then continue this motion as we just slowly start to lower the hips down, beginning to open up the front pelvis. And then tilting back once more. Rounding up. And then lower down. And from here, bending through the arms, maybe coming into a baby cobra, or maybe placing the hands a little bit further out in front of you and pushing up to a gentle seal position. Really beginning to draw the shoulder blades together. So we're really lifting through the chest and not just with a straight back here. Here you can see I'm just hinging in my lumbar. If I really draw the chest through my arms, pulling with the hands, you can see I have a much more even bend throughout my whole spine. And then from here, you can tuck the toes if it helps, tilt back. And this time, keep the bum lifting towards the sky as we shift back and down into our puppy pose. Now in this position, I don't want you just to collapse the chest down. I want you to really stay engaged in the shoulders, pulling the hands towards you and almost trying to keep the belly button completely off the thighs. So we're really trying to lower the chest down, but without arching and compressing in the pelvis. Just working through the shoulder blades, through the chest. And just holding here. And then inhale, slowly start to pull with the hands again and begin to round the spine. But keep the shoulders where they are. So you can see here I'm not lifting my arms up like this back into hands and knees. I'm staying in my puppy position and just rounding my body, making a nice hollow shape, hollowing out my front body here. Then exhale, lower the chest back down. Inhale, hollow up. Exhale. Inhale. Last time, exhale, lower the chest down. And just releasing down fully now into our puppy pose. Keeping those arms nice and straight, no bent arms here. And then slowly lifting back up, pushing with the hands and lowering down towards our seal, pulling the hands towards us, lifting our chest through and up. And then from here, tucking the toes, lifting onto our hands and knees, and slowly starting to lift back and into our downward facing dog. And we're just going to walk out here, now not just with the feet, I really want you to start walking out with the arms as well. And just start to move in your downward dog a little bit. So people love to stay really still in postures, and I agree with this to a point, but I also think, especially at the beginning of our practice, movement is so important. Fluidity and movement to really start to energize and get our bodies working and moving. From here, begin to round through the lumbar spine. We're going to round all the way forward into our plank position. Really nice hollow body here. You can see how much I'm engaging through my arms. I'm pushing, retracting my shoulder blades, squeezing my bum. And then from here, tilting up, rippling back, downward facing dog. I'm going to do that again, tilting forward, rounding up, and then pushing back, articulating through each part of the spine. And if there's a part that feels a little bit more sticky, then slow down there. Spend a little bit of time in that area. And then tilting back. One more time, rounding forward. Really drawing the belly button up, drawing the ribs together, tilting back. And as you reach your downward facing dog, I want you to begin to extend through your right leg all the way up into the sky. And from here, I want you to lower down onto your left forearm and just begin to bring your right heel towards your bum. And just begin to extend through that shoulder and open up the right side. If you want, you can also extend through that leg and try and draw it towards a 45-degree angle, towards the left-hand side. And then slowly begin to lower the right forearm down and draw that knee down and into your right tricep. And extend it back. We're going to do that again. And extend it back. Exhale, draw it in. And extend it back. One more time, draw it in. Just building some heat here. And pushing back to our dolphin pose this time. Lifting up, downward facing dog. Breathing here. From this position, begin to extend through the left leg, lifting all the way up to our three-leg dog. Lowering down to our right forearm and just opening up through the body. Driving that right heel down towards the floor, lengthening through the back of the leg, the calf, the hamstring. Maybe bending that heel if it's easier for you, or extending it out. Just opening up through the front body and engaging the shoulders. Slowly begin to lower back down onto the forearm of that left leg, left arm, and then draw that knee into the left tricep and extend it back. Draw it forward and extend it back. Draw it forward and extend it back. One last time, draw it forward, lower the knee, bring the right knee to meet, and just reach forward and into our child's pose. You can Bring the arms to rest alongside. Just release out those shoulders, which may be starting to speak to you a little bit. From here, inhale, rolling up through the spine. Bringing the arms up and overhead. From this position, I want you to interlace the fingers and draw the palms up towards the sky. And then we're just going to move from side to side gently, working out those shoulders a little bit. Maybe circling through, drawing circles on the ceiling. And then from here, letting go, I want you to inhale. Draw the shoulders, the elbows down into the chest. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale. Open the chest to the sky, shoulder blades drawing together. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Inhale, drawing the shoulder blades together. Exhale, rounding through the spine. This time, open the arms up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Inhale. And then lower the hands down. This time, I want you to take your hands, clasping them together in a prayer position, and we're going to place our thumbs into our sternum and our index or middle fingers under our chin. From here, keeping both the chin and the chest connected, I want you to begin to lift your chest up towards the sky, drawing the shoulder blades together, but not allowing yourself to arch like this in the lumbar spine. So we're keeping that belly pulling in, keeping the lower back nice and long. Just really squeezing those shoulder blades. And lower down. We're going to do that 10 times. And lower. Squeeze the shoulders together. And lower. So it's almost as if someone is putting a pencil down your spine in between your shoulder blades and you're trying to squeeze it together. And lower down. Pulling that chest up towards the sky. And just keep going. 4 more. Inhale. Exhale. Really nice. Last 2. Staying in this extended place, keeping that belly button pulling in. I want you to extend the arms up and towards the sky, rotating the shoulders around as you place your hands behind you, and then just slowly begin to draw the chest up towards the sky, maybe lifting the bum off the heels and lowering down. Just whatever feels good in your spine right now. Drawing the triceps together, so really squeezing them together. Chest up, lifting away from the floor. And release. And just shake it out. And from here, planting the hands, lifting back to our downward facing dog. From this position, I want you to slowly draw your right leg up towards the sky, scooping it into the belly, knee to nose, and lowering it down in between the hands. From here, turning your back foot to a 45-degree angle. I want you to sweep your arms up and into a warrior 2. From this position, I want you to take your right hand and begin to slowly reach it behind you towards the left wall. And then the same for the left. We're going to scoop it behind us and reach it towards the right. And from here, this scissoring action, I want you to actively reach both hands towards the opposite wall. So it's kind of hard. You'll really feel your shoulders working here. 2 more breaths. And then slowly begin to reach the hands towards you, towards each other. Maybe taking a clasp into a full Gomakasana arms.
Feeling that lovely stretch up the tricep. Inhale, keeping that stretch there. Slowly turning the feet. Lowering the front foot, the left leg now down into a warrior two. And then releasing the arms and opening out to warrior two on the other side. And we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to take our left hand and reach it almost like you're trying to scoop the back of your head. Reach it behind you. And then the right. And just holding here. Reaching actively with those arms. Deep breath. One more inhale. And then exhale, slowly starting to reach the hands towards each other. Gripping through into a full Gomukhasana bind if you can. If not, don't worry. Just keep reaching the fingers up towards each other. And then slowly starting to turn that left foot in to 45, the right foot out, and releasing through back into our warrior two. From here, inhale, begin to reach that right arm up towards the sky. Trail your left fingers down the back of your leg and reach that arm up and over. Now here, I'm really actively reaching through my side body. I'm not just collapsing down. Keeping my belly button pulling in, my ribs drawing together. Reaching strongly here. If you want a little bit of an added balance, you can bring the heel of your right foot off the floor. And then slowly begin to lengthen that front leg. Reach forward and lower down into our triangle pose. One breath here, strong inhale. And then exhale, slowly start to bend that front leg. Planting the hand if you can, or lifting up and placing the elbow onto the knee. Moving through and into a side angle. If your hand is able to touch the floor, hold it here. And then slowly, everyone start to circle their arm, their left arm around. Bringing some nice, warming movements into that shoulder joint. Slowly extending and then rotating it at the top of our extension. So you can see here, I'm keeping my palm facing forward for as long as I can. And as soon as I feel I can't reach there anymore, I rotate the pinky fingers up to the ceiling and then finish the full circle. And we're going to do that again, just a couple more times. And then on the last time, if you're able, begin to sweep the back of the hand past the bum and towards your right leg, allowing it just to hang down, or maybe half binding here on the inside of the thigh. If it's in your practice here, you can also thread that right arm under the leg and take a full bind. Holding here, looking up towards the sky. And then releasing the bind, placing both hands down onto the floor, spiraling up onto the heel of that left leg into a nice side lunge. We're going to slowly move across without falling over. And then once more, shifting back to the right, lifting up to the left, shifting back to the right, and then slowly all the way to the left. Placing that left hand down, spiraling round, planting the foot at a 45-degree angle, and lifting up to our warrior two on the other side. From here, inhale, begin to reach that left arm up and towards the sky. Slowly starting to work your way down, keeping that chest lifting. Draw the shoulder blades together. Don't allow yourself to just collapse into the lumbar, belly button pulling into spine. Lift up off the heel if you'd like an additional balance. And then slowly placing that heel, lengthening the front leg, reaching forward and lowering down into our triangle pose. One strong breath here. And then bending through that front leg, planting the hand or placing the elbow onto the leg like this if the hand is not accessible onto the floor. From here, everyone begin to slowly circle that right arm. So we're bringing it to the full extension. When you can't reach it anymore, we turn the hand and then circle around. Now it's really, really important that you're super strong in the rest of your body here. So the only thing moving is your arm as you rotate through the shoulder joint. Circling. 2 more. And then slowly in your last time, begin to internally rotate that shoulder. Brush the back of the hand along the bum and allow the arm to just fall down the back. If you can, half bind on the inside of that left thigh. If you'd like, and it's in your practice, you can also take a full bind here. Taking the gaze up towards the sky. Holding here. 2 more breaths. And release it down. Placing that right hand down next to the left and stepping that left leg back and into our downward facing dog. From here, slowly beginning to lower the knees, reaching forward and taking a brief child's pose. From here, pulling the arms, lowering down onto the forearms. We're going to scoop forward and move through and into our sphinx position. From here, pull the arms towards you. Draw that chest up towards the sky, keeping those lower ribs grounded. Squeezing the bum. And then slowly begin to squeeze the back legs in towards your bum. And then lower them down. Squeeze them in. Keep that chest lifting up. And then lower them down. Lift them up. And then if you can, begin to draw and extend through the arms. But keep that pulling action. So I don't want you to push, because can you see as soon as I start to push, I round through my back, which we don't want. We want to keep a nice lengthening and arching. So pull and lower. You can walk your hands up a little bit if you want to move into a full cobra. Pull and lower. And then if you'd like to try and move into a full king cobra, you can. Allowing the upper spine to work, the shoulder blades drawing together. And then pushing back. And into our child's pose with the toes tucked or the feet flat. Rolling up through the spine. One last gentle shoulder stretch. As we move the arms into our Garandasana eagle pose. So crossing the right arm under the left, wrapping them around and just drawing them up towards the sky. And then slowly interlacing them behind you as we fold forward. Inhale, lifting up, placing the left arm under towards the sky. And then lowering down.
From here, allow both hands to fall in front. As we place the left hand out to the side, lower down onto the forearm, and just stretch up and out through the side body. Maybe extending if it's easier to have a straight arm here. And then swoop it down, rounding through the spine, and opening up, arching out, rounding down, opening up. Really enjoying all of that space and openness that we've just cultivated in our shoulders and our back. And then last time, both hands down onto the floor, placing the top of the head, and we're just going to gradually plant the hands back and round forward into our rabbit. Maybe taking hold of the heels or the ankles. And then sitting back
And into our kneeling position. Deep breath. So that was a really quick but strong shoulder and back warm up. Use it either as a separate warm up for just your shoulders and back if you're feeling quite stiff, or you can use it as an addition if you want to work towards some deeper bends as a warm up before practicing those particular postures. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know any comments you have in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe.